Does the Ballerina movie earn its place in the John Wick universe? And honestly, I can say almost. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, I highly suggest everybody go see this movie because it gives you everything you want out of a John Wick film. It gives you the action, the great cinematography, and the great music. And it's just nonstop action, like the whole movie. That alone is worth the price of admission because the choreography, besides one scene I'll talk about later in the spoiler section, every action scene was great and they always find a way to get creative. And even when I think they've used up all of the choreography they could have possibly used with John Wick, no, they give her some interesting choreography as she has to find a way to use her size. And just at one point in the movie, actually, I'm not going to even say, you guys will see that they demonstrate how she fights much differently than a man would have to fight, or, as we're used to seeing John Wick. And I think that she earns her place in this movie, like her backstory and her training, everything she's had to go through. I think it's justified for how skilled she is and the things she's able to do, like fighting a ton of men. Now, at sometimes you have to just to suspend your disbelief because it's like she's taking some hits that she clearly no woman would ever be able to take these kinds of blows. They do try to justify it a little bit in the explanation at the beginning of the movie during her like training, but it's still like no, it's no way. But I think they do a good job at not making her a Mary Sue. Like she earned it. Like she had to train very hard to get where she is, and it pays off. And the actress did a great job. I just looked her up, Anna de Armas. She plays Eve, and she does a fantastic job with the choreography. I can buy it. I buy it, and it's there's no the thing I was worried about in this film was that there was going to be feminism and woman power. Thank God they don't even spend a tiny fraction of a second speaking about anything like that. It's actually really dope. And it really makes you respect the writers and producers for films like Mission Impossible and John Wick because they don't focus on any of the other BS. They don't put politics in the movies. You just go there and you have fun, and they give you exactly what you want. And the reason why I think this movie also does a great job and fits right in with the rest of the John Wick movies, even though it's a different character, is because they deliver that same feeling. It's the same. It's not the same director. The director is Lynn Wiseman, and one of the producers that helped on this film is Chad Stahelski. He was the director on the last four John Wick films, so he clearly helped out a lot, and it shows. Now, the bad thing, it's not really bad. The thing I didn't like too much about this movie that kind of brings it down a little bit is the character is not interesting. Eve, our main character. All of our other characters are here from the other movies, but she wasn't given enough material. It's nothing for you to connect to. You don't really care about her motivation like that. It's just something to push the plot forward so she can have a bunch of fighting and action scenes. That's really all this movie was. Now we do get to see John Wick plenty of times in this movie, and it's awesome every time he's there. And you can just tell the difference. There's no way you can't get on that guy's level. He's just in a totally different universe. You can tell how much he's trained for his roles, and he's just a great actor. And the John Wick character will never be replaced. And this film honestly made me want more John Wick films. I want him back. I wouldn't mind having a film with both of them together. That would be pretty cool. He could be sort of this mentor. And now I really do want to get into spoilers. So if you're a John Wick fan and you want to go see a good action movie, this is going to give you everything you want. It's just like the other movies. The only thing that's different is the character, and you can go there, eat some popcorn, turn your brain off, and have a good time. So honestly, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's just lacking some of her interestingness, if that's a word. Her character isn't very interesting, but now I want to get into spoilers. I absolutely love how well they showed like her actually getting beat up. She kills a lot of people, but she's still not John Wick, and this is not supposed to be her being better than him or girl power or anything like that. No, it's grounded, and it's grounded, but at the same time, you have to suspend your disbelief because, oh my God, she was taking some blows getting slammed against the wall, and then she's just like, she gets back up. I know this happened in the John Wick films too, but her body is so skinny and it looks so frail. I'm just not buying it. But I'm like, whatever. I'm here for a good time. They really got creative with some of those fighting scenes, like the scene where she uses grenades. They always try to get creative, like using certain weapons. Like I'll never forget the time John Wick used that shotgun for the first time. Oh my goodness! And so they do a couple things in this one that are really enjoyable, like the time where she just straight up uses grenades. Now the grenades are blowing up very fast, and when they want to at her convenience, but it was fun. I had a good time with it. And then there was the time where at the end of the film where she's using the flamethrower. Those are very creative. It got a little bit ridiculous at the end with the the flamethrower versus the water hose, and I was like, eh. But hey, I respect the fact that they're finding new ways to make some interesting and fun action scenes. And the last thing I want to talk about is how John Wick versus Eve, it's so good because they I thought, oh, maybe she'll get a hit off on him or something. They got to show that she's respectable. No, wasn't even close. The whole time she was at his mercy, and I like that he gave her a chance. And it was kind of stupid how he just let her break the rules or whatever. I know he can do whatever he wants. That's what he does most of the time. But he did have to help her at the end, right at the very end, because he's like, okay, if she doesn't go kill this guy, I'm gonna be in big trouble. But I love their fight scene where he's just beating the stank out of her, and it's not even close. I was like, oh my god, this is cold. But yeah, it was a good movie. I want them to make another one. I want more John Wick. I think they could have an interesting story down the line. Maybe he could be some sort of mentor to her. But let me know what you guys thought about this movie in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.